Hi, this is Faith McDonnell from the Institute on Religion and Democracy, and I'm standing in front of my little shrine to international religious freedom, here to talk to you about the State Department Ministerial to Advance Religious Freedom around the world that took place last week. I'm going to just make a series of little videos to talk about that. I was there for the first 2 days, which are Tuesday and Wednesday of last week, July 16 and 17. The third day was devoted mostly to government ministers from around the world, and I believe that they were there from 30 different countries. But we also had some side events that took place on Monday, the day before the ministerial began, and you can read about those on juicyecumenism.com. I did an article about those yesterday, so you can find out more about those side events and also watch some video of what took place in those side events. We also had a side event on Thursday, and that is also available on juicyecumenism.com. But I want to take some time in the next couple of short videos to talk about the ministerial itself. This was the second year that there has been such a thing, the second year ever in all of creation, I believe, that there has been such a thing at the U.S. State Department. And I say kudos to the Trump administration for caring enough about religious freedom around the world and advancing religious freedom around the world to have this big event. We particularly thank Ambassador at Large for Religious Freedom, Sam Brownback, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and Vice President Pence, who also played a big role in this. So just generally, the administration is very concerned about religious freedom around the world and about people who are persecuted for their faith. And that is evident in many ways, but once a year in this ministerial to advance religious freedom, where everybody comes together, NGOs from different groups, people who work on religious freedom issues, as well as victims of persecution. There have been a lot of articles in different media about the stories of the victims of persecution, and you can read all of those and see there were people from Iraq, from Nigeria, from Iran, from North Korea even, North Korean defectors. There were all kinds of things going on, and in the next little video that I do, I'm going to talk more about some of those specifics, but this is just to say that we need to encourage and thank our government whenever they pay attention to the persecution of believers, and particularly in the case of IRD, Christian believers around the world. It was made clear by several of the speakers that 80% of the people around the world who are persecuted for their faith are Christians. So the majority of people in the world who are persecuted for following Jesus Christ. And that is something that we as believers need to remember. But just in general, the human rights of all people need to be respected. And that's one reason why they've changed this term from just religious belief to freedom of religion or belief, FORB, which some people call it. And I'll be talking more about that in my next video. But until then, talk to you later.